Okay, hello, my name is Megan Walters, and I am currently an education special ed major here at Pacific and a pitcher on the women's softball team. Today I'd like to thank first all of you for the opportunity to speak. So I was born into a large athletic family, and I'm the 7th out of 8 kids. As a child, I was often found at my siblings' sporting events, my dad coaching and my mom keeping score. My life was pretty stable for a young girl, getting snow cones or a bag of chips to snack on to keep me entertained until my siblings' games ended. The only thing I knew of my family was that we were sports fanatics. My life seemed normal, like any other big family, but my normal life turned upside down when my mom started getting into things she shouldn't have, and her life became a downward spiral. I went from having a happy and loving home to something very different when I was placed into foster care at 6 years old. I will never forget the first time I was called into the principal's office. I thought I had done something horribly wrong. Like, why else are the kids called into the principal's office? I was led into a room where I found 2 strange ladies and my older brother. They greeted me with big smiles, but I could feel butterflies in my stomach. Seconds later, they told me I'd be placed into a foster home with 4 of my siblings. I learned that they had all my belongings with them, and I would not be returning home. I felt a chill go through my body as I wondered why my family was falling apart. Why wouldn't I be able to see my mom or dad for a while? What had they done, and why did we have to move? They told me I'd be living with people I'd never met before, and I would have a new home. How was this to be? This is where the chaos started. After some time in that first foster home, I got to go home with my mom for a while, but eventually there was another call to the office, and I was back in foster care. In middle school and high school, I was in many different foster homes. The joke was Megan moves every 2 years. As a teenager, I wanted to be one of those cool girls, the wealthy jock with nice clothes who gets to go to the movies or fun places with friends. But instead, I was the kid who was worrying about where I'd end up next or what I was going to have for dinner that night, if I would get dinner at all. I will admit, I was a rebellious child and teenager. I didn't have rules when I was with my mom because she wasn't paying attention. I was left to fend for myself and take care of my little brother. In the homes I lived in, I was faced with rules I was not used to, like bedtimes and curfews. I was not a bad kid, I was just always involved in doing well in school and extremely passionate about sports, softball in particular. And I just wanted to live a normal life. But when you are living with people who are not your family and you act out like a normal teenager would, they have a choice as to whether or not you stay. This was the one reason why I moved so much. But throughout my turbulent childhood, there was one constant that I could always turn to: sports. Sports kept me going through all the transitions in my life. Sports were my escape from the chaos, especially softball. When I joined the women's softball team at Pacific, I gained a family, my teammates and my family. We see each other every day, even if we don't want to, just like sisters. Having this group of girls and coaches who support one another feels like a family I always wanted. My athletics advisor, Danielle Kelly, has guided me and supported me in all my classes, found me tutors when I needed them, and pushed me when I was struggling. Danielle and Coach Colsey have supported me endlessly, and I'm so thankful for that. In addition to the family I found with the women's softball team, I am fortunate enough to be a member of the Pacific Promise Scholars. The Pacific Promise Scholars program is designed to support students who are formerly in foster care and first-generation college students. As part of the Pacific Promise Scholars program, we receive the support we need to succeed, as well as small necessities of life. We get care packages, survival kits for finals, snacks, papers, pens, even toilet paper, the things other students may take for granted. When I receive these packages, I'm amazed by the generosity of people who donate these things. Even though I don't have a family that sends me care packages, I have a network of people who don't even know me that are making it possible for me to thrive here at Pacific. Along with the program, a Pacific Promise Scholars program, being an athlete and having services such as one-on-one tutoring, weight training staff, meal prep, academic resources, and mentors constantly there for you has really helped me get through these last 4 years. Without these resources here at Pacific, college athletics would be tough for myself. In conclusion, I'd like to thank all of you for providing the support that makes it possible for students like me to stay at Pacific. Because of your generosity, I have found friends, mentors, cheerleaders, and a family. In addition to what I have learned in the classroom and on the field, I have learned that I can overcome any obstacle thrown my way. This is due in part to the services, programs, and people that have supported me at Pacific. I know I do not have to let my past dictate my future. And now, as I take what I have learned at Pacific, I look forward to having a positive impact on my community as I enter the field of law enforcement. Thank you.